Hello there, fans. I'm Swedrick alongside my wife Chelsea, and you are watching the NXT review from the August 26th edition, live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
That's right, Swede. And this NXT show is the one following the biggest takeover in NXT history.
Definitely was a great show. And you know, fans, I honestly would have loved to have done a review on that pay-per-view special.
Yes.
However, we weren't able to. As you guys know, my wife and I are planning this big move from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia coming up this weekend, actually.
Yeah, a little bit busy.
Yeah, so we weren't able to do the review, but if I could just touch quickly on that pay-per-view.
Definitely.
What a great spectacular. It definitely lived up to the hype, in my opinion. All the matches were great. I don't think there was any match that disappointed.
For sure.
I thought, for the most part, all the right people won. The Vaudevillains becoming the new tag team champions, Bayley becoming the new women's champion. I would have liked to see my man Kevin Owens walk away with the NXT title, but I didn't get what I wanted.
The better man won, right?
Arguably. So, overall, great show.
Yeah, very, very great show. And can I mention one thing? How many of my prediction happened?
5 for 5, I believe.
Oh yes, 5 for 5. All of my pick won because it was the most logical. You know, Bayley becoming, like you mentioned, Bayley becoming the Divas champion, or sorry, it's respectful.
NXT
the Women's Championship. They actually respect the belt. It was her time. So as the Vaudevillain and Phil. Why Phil? Finn Balor having his title, keeping it. What an end to a great show.
Yeah, it was a great ladder match between him and Kevin Owens. However, moving on to tonight's show.
Yes.
Let's leave the past in the past. Let's get to today's show.
Let's focus here.
The opening contest was the much hyped up 4-on-4 tag team match between Enzo and Big Cass teaming up with the Hype Bros.
Hi.
Hype Bros, stay hype. Taking on the team of Dash and Dawson. And, of course, one of my favorites, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. Your thoughts?
Those two are such a great team. So I gave it a 7.
Nice.
Okay, I gave it a 7. I know I'm hard on this match because it was a really, really good match. We've seen Enzo Amore being completely dominated at one point. This is why it lost a little bit of point, because I don't like seeing him getting manhandled that way, even though he always do. But what a great match. I love the energy. The Hype Bros and Enzo and Cass was just all over the place. They gave such a spectacle, which I totally love. And just overall, great match.
I'd have to agree with you. I was going to give it a 7, but then I thought, just because of the energy from the live Brooklyn crowd, they were so into Enzo and Big Cass, the Hype Bros as well, and of course Chad Gable. They gave Chad Gable a huge ovation.
Yeah, well, the guy deserved it. He's so great.
And that's why I gave it an 8. One of my favorite parts of the match was when Big Cass picked up his partner and chucked him outside the ring, and Enzo did that big dive.
That was so impressive.
Another impressive move was the finish.
Yeah, definitely.
That tremendous black hole slam by Big Cass. He span him around almost 3 times before dropping him.
Destroyed him.
And of course, Big Cass picking up the much important victory for his team.
Yeah, definitely.
So, as you can see, the night started off great tonight on NXT.
Yes, very good. But now we're going to Carmela versus Eva Marie.
Eesh. Honestly, I gotta tell you, when I was scoring my match here, I had low expectations for this match.
Okay.
Very low expectations. I was expecting a 0. So I even said, if the match is decent, I might pass it. However, I just can't stand Eva Marie. I don't think she belongs in the ring. She, from what I understand, she only began training with who was it? Brian Kendrick, I believe. How are you employed if you weren't trained to become a pro wrestler? You're in WWE, girl.
It's her pretty face.
Pretty? Eesh. Okay. Anyway, I was gonna give the match a 3 because I thought Carmela really helped the match. She actually was the star of that match.
That's sad.
But I'm giving an extra point to the editors because those fans in Brooklyn, you could edit all you want to. They were just chanting so much absurdities, and me, I do a little bit of video editing myself, so I know how hard it can be. So 4, and that's 3 plus the 1 for the editing crew over at WWE Studios.
You are generous.
With a 4?
Such a generous mood because...
Oh, the big donut.
I'm sorry.
The donut comes out today.
Okay, I have a confession to make here. I like Carmela.
Okay.
I love her character. I love her energy. I think she's very charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
Then she goes in the ring. I'm sorry. She is bad in the ring. Eva Marie is even worse in the ring. She tried to do a senton and landed ass first on Carmela.
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
I'm sorry, that could have been broken ribs. I know what I'm talking about. It could have been broken ribs. And who fucked up her own finish? She tried, and I admire her trying. I think it's Brian Kendrick that was doing that move.
Yeah, it was like
that she's trying to do.
Dudley Dog or sliced bread or something.
Something like that. But I'm sorry. This match was one of the worst I've seen. Actually, since Amanda versus Alicia Bush. From Tough Enough.
You mean Alicia Fox, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah.
You know one thing that scares me about this match?
Yeah.
And I'm talking really scares me, is that I'm seeing the reaction, whether it's positive or negative, I'm seeing the reaction that Eva Marie is getting, and I'm worried that, Vince and Triple H, they might actually like that, because you know how rowdy crowd could be. If they're going to pay their ticket, they have the right to cheer or rapidly boo whoever the hell they want to. And if I may point out, do you remember Vicky Guerrero when she became the GM of SmackDown back in 2006? She was getting tremendous heel. When she came out, she couldn't even hear herself talk. The fans were booing. But look at how many years she stayed employed because of the negative heat that she got.
She was also very entertaining.
I agree, very entertaining.
Very entertaining.
I just hope Eva Marie is not going to get that same treatment.
I hope not, because, oh my god.
Fans, if you really don't like her, don't say anything. Don't just give her no reaction and she'll get out of there.
She is the Diva Revolution.
Okay. Anyway, moving on to our third match, one of the matches that me and my wife here were actually looking most forward to. Bull Dempsey, Bullfit, making his big return, chiseled out of granite now, taking on a man from, where's he from? He's Pittsburgh. Elias Samson, one of those Pittsburghians. Your thoughts?
Alright, my first thought, I have to say, Elias Samson scared the hell out of me. Because he looked like Damien Sandow's twin brother. Oh my god.
I found that too, yeah.
It was just blowing my mind. But however, I still gave that match a 6.
A pass.
It's a pass. Not a great match, but at the same time, it didn't stick. It wasn't that bad. I actually really like Bull's finish.
Yeah, he's got a new move now. I believe it's like a banzai drop off the top.
Yeah. I'm not sure how he's gonna call it, but I can't wait to hear what kind of stupid name is he gonna give it, like the Bullfit Bomb or whatever like that.
Stupid.
But I was expecting him in a little bit better shape. With the Bullfit segment and everything, I was expecting a big change. I think he did lose a little bit of weight, but at the same time, not that much.
I would even say in about this roughly the same time frame, I think ZZ from Tough Enough ended up losing more weight than Bull Dempsey did, an NXT superstar.
That is true.
But I'm not sure if maybe that was just a whole joke, like Bull Fit, like maybe he didn't lose weight, that's the joke. I'm not sure.
I think it's to cover up the bullshit.
Yes, actually.
Just saying.
That actually segues good into my point. I was thinking about giving it a 6 myself, but kudos to the editing crew. I'm going to be giving this match a 7.
Those editors.
I even thought at one point you could actually see the crowd jump up and say bull. I don't like swearing on the show, but bullshit,
Shit, you can say it.
And they were taking that and putting it at the time in the music where they're saying bull. So they're saying bull, but you're seeing everybody,
So how does it look if I do the bull? Bull.
I don't like swearing.
Oh my god.
I mean, about the match, honestly, I've seen Bull Dempsey on these Takeover specials, and I've never been impressed. I remember he fought your favorite there.
It's not my favorite. I know you're talking about Baron Corbin.
And they just did a terrible match. I think they might have even fought twice. But it's nice to see
Unfortunately.
Bull get a good match, actually.
Yes,
When the lights are on
definitely.
bright in front of 15, 16,000 people. So that's why I gave the match a 7.
Yeah.
Good job, and what a nice change of character for Bull.
Yes.
Going from the last of a dying breed, the monster character, now transitioning into a more happy-go-lucky, hey, look at me, laugh at me kind of guy. So
Yeah, definitely.
kudos, Bull. Can't wait to see more of it.
Good job, good job, good job.
Which brings us to the
Main
main event
event.
of the evening, and hashtag give Divas a chance, because once again they are main eventing NXT, so can't say they're not giving Divas a chance.
They're giving a chance. It's unfortunate they don't take it.
And of course, Charlotte taking on Becky Lynch, Emma, and Dana Brooke in a fatal 4-way match. I want to hear your opinion on this.
I am gonna give Diva a chance with my score today.
Uh-oh. 2.
I
Really?
give them a chance.
Okay, why a 2?
That match sucked.
Yes.
Okay, this match was just horrible. We saw a lot of hair pulling, which doesn't have a place in the ring. I'm sorry, girls. I know you don't feel it with your fake extension and everything, but it doesn't belong in the ring. You do not pull hair. And what about that finish? What the fuck happened, Becky?
We need a censor here on the show.
Holy shit, you could have kicked out because you were most likely supposed to. Or you're just very, very fucking weak. But I hated that match. It was boring. It was long. I almost fell asleep during it. The structure of that match was just horrible. It was not entertaining. Stop putting them in the main event. I appreciate, but just stop. It ended the match terrible.
Okay, well, there's a pipe bomb for you right there from my wife Chelsea. I'm gonna
No,
give.
but look, it's frustrating. Those girls are supposed to represent women's wrestling. This is not women's wrestling. It's insulting.
I agree, but you got Charlotte and Becky Lynch, but then again you got Emma.
They both suck too. I mean, put them against Sasha Banks. Number 1. Put them against each other. They fucking suck.
I mean, what can I say? Was it the greatest match? No, in my opinion.
Hell no.
No. One thing that I didn't like about it was the fact that I found the story of the match itself was very, very basic.
Was there a story? Because
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Well, just the way, I kind of liked in a sense where Charlotte and her partner was kind of teaming up in the beginning. I remember one of the ladies, I believe Becky Lynch, had Charlotte in a headlock position, and when Emma was trying to get up, she kicked her off the apron while still in the position. So
Yeah,
I
she
kind of
tried
liked,
to do a nice kick.
I mean, I liked the what they were going for, but it really seemed. How could I explain this? Imagine you have 4 kids, like 4 juvenile, like elementary school kids that can't wrestle. You give them such a basic plot, like, okay, you 2 are gonna team up on them. After a few minutes, these 2 are gonna team up on him. Like, I found that the structure of the match was very simple. Like, why wasn't it just 4 divas in the ring fighting at once? Why did it have to be so structured?
Because you put 2 teams against each other in a 4-way.
Fair enough, but 4-way, it's one winner.
Yeah.
And, just because of the finish, I'm actually going to be giving this match a 6.
What the hell?
I know you say that the finish may or may not have been screwed up. However, what are we doing now?
That was the worst finish I've ever seen. Okay, Brock and Taker was worse at SummerSlam.
That's a whole other
but
story.
that was horrible. Oh my god.
But we're still talking about it right now. The fact that we are still talking about it, was it supposed to happen? Was Becky supposed to kick out? Why did Charlotte hit her finish and then kind of count the pinfall herself and win? But that's the beauty of it. We don't know what's happening.
There's no beauty in that. There's no beauty. Just a big fuck up.
I mean, look, I'm no stranger to controversy myself. Many of the matches that I won in my career have been due to technicality. I either, a belt.
Because you're a cheater.
No, it's because a belt drops out of the sky or somebody gets thrown to a stage. I mean, I love controversial finishes in wrestling. And what we got tonight was a controversial
It wasn't controversial at all. It was a pure fuck up with no strategy behind it. It was just a pure fuck up.
I mean, maybe I'd give the match the 4, but I give it a 6 just for the finish. So, No, it wasn't a good match. Overall, no, it wasn't a good match.
This match stink, but I'm still gonna give it the best score of the night.
Anyway, fans, I think that just about does it for our review show here tonight. The next time we will be broadcasting to you, we will be in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, yeah.
City of brotherly love. Can't wait. Got a lot of friends over there.
Yeah, and a lot of friends in Pittsburgh saying goodbye.
Sayonara, Pittsburgh.